Hello everybody, Gamer here who wonders why he does what he does, yet feels proud to overcome the absurdity of ideas. Persona 4 is a crime mystery JRPG where you bond with friends in the real world and give shadows a bigger crack in the supernatural world. In this game, we overcome the dangers of lies and deception while facing our painful truths deep inside. And while psychological pain is inevitable, I'm not a big fan of physical pain and prefer to get through life without taking a single band-aid from the box. Can you beat Persona 4 Golden without taking damage? Here are the rules. We must play on a new game file, no new game plus. We must get the true ending of the game with the last two optional dungeons included. Any loss in HP, which includes getting hit, getting our HP drained, suffering the HP loss from ailments, getting insta-killed, or using physical skills is an instant reset. Melee attacks are allowed for physical damage, but using physical skills which use up our HP is banned. If we take damage, we're forced to close down the game and start from the last save point. There's only one fight in the entire game where we will allow damage, and you'll see what that fight is soon. And the option to retry in dungeons will only be used on April 17th, and it has to be turned off after Chie's awakening for the rest of the run. The reason why we're using this option will be obvious once we get to it. So, with all that said, let's get this run started. But before we can start the game, we have to choose the difficulty. Now, unlike some runs where playing on the hardest difficulty is the most unique way to prove a challenge run is possible, we're going to be treating the difficulty as more of a game mechanic, since taking one hit, regardless of difficulty, is an instant reset. The difficulty in Persona 4 Golden has 6 different settings that can make the experience more relaxing or more grindy. And in the Steam version of the game, we can customize the difficulty regardless if it's a first playthrough. Using this advantage, we want to be able to end battles quickly without taking damage, but we also want to gain the most amount of experience points and money to reduce the need for repetitive grinding. So the logical conclusion would be to start on very easy difficulty, where we can earn the most amount of EXP and money from battles, while doing a great amount of damage. We will change the difficulty up a bit by allowing enemies to do a great amount of damage also, which can cause the most amount of reflective damage if we repel their attacks. Retries in battles is pointless in this run for obvious reasons, and retries in dungeons will only be turned on for the 17th of April due to the lack of being able to save on this day, but it will be turned off after we defeat Shadow Chie damageless. So now, let's get this run started. We get sent out in the middle of a town by the most neglectful side of the Ken family, where Yu, yes, that is the name of the main character, meets his uncle Dojima and his cousin Nanako, aka best character in this game. We meet the gas station attendant only to have nothing to do with him for the rest of the run, only to find out that he is actually a she this whole time. Honestly, that was the biggest plot twist for me. We stand up against Kane Moron to increase our courage. Sorry, wrong game. Blue Skidoo into the TV, gain understanding for making sure everyone's okay, came across the most tolerable version of Petal Bear, and another understanding increase for worrying about Chie. Now, we soon connect the fact that the TV world is the key reason why 2 killings in our town happened, with one of the victims being Yosuke's crush. On April 15th, we find the Twisted Shopping District where Saki had died, and we get the 3rd best awakening in the series as Yu awakens to Izanagi.
I'll keep track of what attacks have what effects on enemies.
Yeah, and because I chose very easy difficulty, this will instantly kill the enemies, and this is the reason why I chose very easy difficulty, because we have to kill enemies as efficiently as possible. We have to treat the difficulty more as a game mechanic rather than a, hey, is this possible on very hard or whatever. Inside the liquor store, Yosuke's crush happens to crush his soul when he finds out that Saki hated him. And so, his shadow appears as we find out that Yosuke is sick of being in this town as he never wanted to move to it, and he only wanted to find out what killed Saki because real life is boring and he wanted to be the hero. Understandably so, Yosuke denies this reality about him, but as we soon find out, denying your shadow is the worst thing you can do, as we have to face Shadow Yosuke with you only. And right off the bat, the first hit is force damage. Now, remember when I said in Rule 5 that I would allow damage in one fight only? Well, this was the fight I was talking about. Even if we do everything right, we will need to get hit at least 3 times. And while I'm sure the first attack is always scripted to hit, I'm pretty sure the next 2 attacks are impossible to dodge without the millisecond perfect RNG. And bear in mind, we don't have any access to any equipment or hit or evade skills till after this battle. So this is going to be the only fight in the entire run where I will allow damage. Otherwise, all fights have to be done damageless going forth. So after we go all Abby on Shadow Yosuke, Yosuke accepts himself and awakens to his persona, and we start the Magician social link with Yosuke. Soon, we discover that Yukiko has been thrown into the TV world, and it's up to us to save her before the shadows kill her on a foggy day. Thankfully, we can start buying equipment, but we can only get weapons with better attack power and an accessory to increase our strength since endurance is 100% useless for this run. And during the stream, by the time I stated that our default equipment is superior to the chain mail, everyone in the chat pretty much clued in what the challenge run is gonna be. When it comes to weapons, higher attack power not only means stronger physical attacks since melee is our only method of causing physical damage, but the higher the attack, the stronger the all attacks will be. And when it comes to armor, the defense is 100% useless, so we have to rely on higher evasion rate or a useful trait that is applied to the armor itself. Sadly, there's only HP items at the medicine shop as of now, and the SP recovery drinks from the vending machines are gone, so we jump into the TV world and have to save Chie as she runs ahead like an idiot. Now, before we start fighting shadows, we need to make sure that Yosuke's tactics are changed from act freely to direct commands, as unlike Persona 5, Persona 4 doesn't have party members automatically set to direct commands. Now, when it comes to the first floor, there's only chests with useful items in it, so no shadows will pop out of chests like they will later on, and 2 shadows on this floor are weak to either electric or wind, so we can kill these shadows with ease in 1 turn. And even if we choose not to exploit their weaknesses for an all-out attack, we have such a high strength and agility stat that we can just rush the enemies to death. As we level up, we can gain cards through Shuffle Time. There's a total of 6 personas we can obtain through Shuffle Time, and 2 of them have Wind, Angel and Sandman. I go with Angel and level her up as my primary persona for this day, as we need wind attacks to exploit Shadow Chie's main weakness. And the only useless card in Shuffle Time is the Hangman card to increase our endurance, as endurance only decreases the damage we receive from shadows, but even 1 point of damage is an instant fail for the run. So, what we need to do is grind against enemies to strengthen Angel and Yosuke's magical skills, and collect as many items as we can from chests for SP recovery or HP items to sell for money. Now, since we cannot save until after we defeat Shadow Chie, we use the retries and dungeons as our option of saving. If we get hit once, we guard till we die, and we can respawn on the floor we started off on, saving all of that grinding progress. Thankfully, throughout my entire time grinding, I've never got hit by any of the shadows on the first floor. The real issue is increasing our damage output we need to kill Shadow Chie in 1 turn with Yosuke and Angel, as she will go for a multi-electric attack, and the chances of both of us evading that attack is very unlikely. So we need to grind Yosuke and Angel to be at a high enough magic stat to finish Shadow Chie off in 1 turn. Okay, I should probably address the elephant in the room here. If you've been paying attention to the footage, you might notice a suspicious issue here. If you look, we clearly have moments where we don't have full HP. Now, before you call me out for that, let me explain. When you level up in Persona 4, your capacity for HP and SP increases. However, unlike Persona 5, your HP and SP doesn't increase with the capacity too. So the only reason you're seeing a gap in HP is because of us leveling up and not because of damage or physical skills. This is the primary reason I decided to stream every dungeon of this game on my channel, to show the authentic proof I did not take damage for the entire run. So if you think I'm a cheater, pumpkin eater, liar, pants on fire, feel free to watch the stream of this run anytime. I've had more than 21 viewers watching me live to make sure I did not cheat one bit. So if you're wondering why I'm low on HP at times, it's because of us leveling up and not due to HP loss. Anyway, with that said, let's see how long it takes to bring down Shadow Chie. So level 9 Angel, level 13 you. Can we defeat her? Let's try it. So she's weak to wind. Let's do this. Ooh, yeah, good damage. And first all-out attack of this run. Aw, damn, that barely gets her down to halfway. This may not be good, guys. Okay, we'll try this and see how far this gets her down. Okay, so we could do 2 Garu attacks back to back. Let's see how much this brings her health down. And run failed. Alright, already the run failed, so we have to guard through this. So we need to grind a little bit more, guys, unfortunately. Damn it, we're not doing enough damage. No. Actually, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna switch to Izanagi for a second. Rakunda. Let's try Rakunda. Okay. Okay, so we do a slight bit more damage with Garu compared to all-out attacks. I don't know. I think it just is I think it's just a matter of leveling up more.
Let's go, partner. We're not gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let me just see. Can we silence her? Let's try this. Nope, she blocks that. Well, damn it. Another fight loss. Alright, so I can't stick around, unfortunately. Best of luck with the therapy. Oh, hey, Jack Bancy. Hey, Jack. For those of you... Oh my god, there's a shadow that's almost about to kill me. Jack, you almost got me killed, damn it.
Should we show him who's boss? If you say so.
Actually, I'm gonna try something for a second. Huh, okay. So far she's not getting dizzy, but I do a slight bit more damage when she's down. Damn it! Well, that's another attempt failed, but at least that was an interesting observation. Everything relies on you just leveling up and getting that little bit of magic to defeat Chie. Come on, you gotta have your revenge against Chie for kicking you in the nads. Show her that you don't disrespect a man's balls. A man's balls must be respected. Since this is taking so long, imagine how long it would take for Yukiko, who has triple the health or something. Well, we're definitely going to have a better chance with Yukiko, because we'll be able to do Persona Fusions and all that sort of stuff. And we'll be able to get, like, Jack Frost, who is a magician persona. So we do have a better chance at this, just, it's just going to take a while. Level 18... with both Yosuke and you, grinding on the first floor for Shadow Chie's damn boss fight. And then we're level 13, so if we need to grind more, Angel needs another 1,000 experience points. But anyways, here we go. Our 5th attempt this time? No, this is our 6th attempt. Okay, so here we go. Level 18, you and Yosuke. Level 13, what's her name? She's Angel. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's more damage than usual. Okay, so all that attack. Oh, I think that's halfway. Guys, we might have a chance at this. So Garu. Nope. And then we're gonna Garu again. Let's do it. We did it! Woo! Yes! Yes! Yes, we did it! So, after 2.5 hours of grinding on the first floor, we finally defeated Shadow Chie Damageless. Chie accepts her true self and awakens to her persona Tomoe. We get rank 1 with the Fool and Chariot social link. And starting on the 18th of April, we're finally allowed to do whatever we want. However, on the very first day, there's really not much we can do. There's absolutely no social links available till the 19th, so the only thing we can do is buy stuff and go into the TV world. In both Persona 4 and 5, the most efficient way to max out all of your social stats and most of your social links is to complete an entire dungeon in one day, and in Persona 4, where the schedule is a lot more tighter than in the other games, we need to complete most of these dungeons as early as possible in one day. So we're gonna do the entirety of Yukiko's dungeon in one day on the very first day, all without taking damage. Thankfully, after all that grinding, we can sell for a bunch of yen, with life stones offering 1,000 yen each. And with more than enough materials to make every equipment, we get Chie a stronger weapon and 3 Thanes of Lizard Charms for a magical increase. And I kid you not, 90 Thanes of Gohoams and 70 Thanes of all 4 elemental items from the medicine shop. You'll see why these are needed as we progress through the entire game. Now before we start, we fuse Jack Frost. Jack Frost is the best persona for this dungeon, as Shadow Yukiko's main weakness is ice, and Jack Frost has Bufala for medium ice damage and Ice Boost to increase ice damage by 25%. We also fuse Jack Frost with Hama and Hama Boost since 3 enemies in the castle are weak to light attacks. I also give Jack Frost an Augie skill card since the mini-boss of the dungeon is weak to fire. With Jack Frost as our main persona, we're ready to take on Yukiko's castle, Damageless. The shadows are fairly easy to finish off, as we can just toss items to hit their weaknesses to down them and finish them off in one all-out attack. Items not only never miss an enemy, but they also conserve our SP, making them a huge time and resource saver.
Oh god, okay. Yeah. Okay,
Christ.
getting close, getting close. Yes!
Okay, oh, and it's just one. This is good. This is good because they only have, these shadows only have 150 health. Now the thing is that even though they resist elemental attacks,
okay, okay, sorry, I'm looking at this. It's called the happiness. And yeah.
Okay, so even though they resist elemental attacks, the thing with items is that they will do 50 points in damage even if they resist said attack.
Wow, I never knew about that.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, you forgot. Oh, no, this is good, this is good.
Ready? We're not doing it?
What?
We already failed the run. Shit, I have to restart again, guys.
What happened? What did you do?
So, no thanks to Chie, I had to start over again and change her tactics from full assault to direct commands. But little did I expect, this was the least of my worries.
But they're too slow.
Yeah, you tell him, Teddie.
That was a good one, Sensei.
Okay, and then it's... What the hell? What the hell?
Wait, is it frozen? Wait, I think you just went to like your desktop. What happened?
No. No.
No! Don't tell me! Don't tell me it's frozen! Don't you dare tell me that this game actually froze on you!
There's no way you just froze on me.
Oh no! Oh fuck! She just froze!
This is the first time this has ever happened. No.
What? Oh my god, you fucking kidding me!
First it was direct hit, or first it was a full physical attack from Chie acting freely, and now what the frick?
Try and not share your screen on my side. Don't share your screen. Will that fix the issue?
Yeah, because I'm running like 3 different applications at once, I guess my computer doesn't like it that much that it crashes the game. And even though I stopped screen sharing to my co-commentator, this was not the first time this happens in this dungeon. Anyway, as you saw, if we face up against a golden hand, known as the happiness hand, we can get rid of its 150 HP pool by throwing 3 items at it. Even though the happiness hand resists elemental damage, an elemental item will always do the damage it says on it unless the enemy nulls, drains, or repels the attack. Using this trick, we can kill one hand and get the most amount of EXP and money for some fast leveling up. Once we reach floor 5, we use a Go-Ho-M, save, and return back to the dungeon, as wherever you use a Go-Ho-M, you can fast travel to that floor. Not as efficient as safe rooms in Persona 5, but it's definitely going to be useful as floor 5 is where we face the dungeon's mini-boss, the Avenger Knight.
Well, you see, Avenger. Oh, I thought you said Avenger Knight.
Hang in there.
Okay, so he automatically starts up with Tarukaja, which is an attack buff. So right now we start up with Yosuke, so we're going to throw a firecracker, see how much all-out attacks damage him.
Down.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so an all-out attack does about 185 in damage. Okay, and I fused Jack Frost with Augie, so 185 if we do an all-out attack. So if we use Augie with Jack Frost, this will do 147.
Now's our chance. You ready? We're not gonna.
Okay, I'm not going to do an all-out attack. I'm just going to do another Augie. Okay, good. And now it's Dizzy. So now it's Dizzy, and how is Avenger Knight against ice attacks?
Let's see. Avenger Knight. Avenger Knight is weak to fire.
Okay, and he has no resistances?
I don't see any resistance. No.
Okay, I'm just gonna use Tarukaja. Chie has Tarukaja, so I'm gonna use Tarukaja on you.
Okay, so I'm looking at Avenger Knight. Is he like a mid boss fight or anything?
Yeah, he's a mid boss fight on the 5th floor.
Okay. So yeah, he does have some nulls. Some resistance. He's resistant to light and dark.
Okay, well that's a given, because all bosses are resistant to light and dark because you can't insta-kill boss fights. So anyway, we're just gonna Garu Avenger Knight while he's still dizzy. Okay, and I just used Tarukaja from Chie onto you with Augie, so we're going to use Augie again, and... Yes, we did it!
Ah, perfect!
With Avenger Knight defeated Damageless in one try, we Go-Ho-M out of there, save, and close down the game. Here, we're going to use RNG manipulation to get a golden hand to spawn on floor 5, which is the only floor with a fixed layout that can spawn in a gold hand. We press the button as this star on the right is about to hit the bottom of the screen, and upon loading our file and entering the dungeon, we can always find a golden hand that will spawn on that floor. And aside from this one crash, I've done this several times on stream and this trick always works. Golden hands are the most efficient enemies to fight to gain lots of experience points and money, and we're going to be exploiting the heck out of them in this run. This is why I bought a ton crap of Go-Ho-Ms. Sadly, we get 2 more hits from the golden hands as we're unable to defeat all of them, or even just one of them before getting attacked. So we want to spawn in only 1 at a time so that way we can throw 3 items and defeat it. After doing this for a while, we proceed up the floors, killing as many shadows on the way to get all the materials we can, and once we reach floor 8, we Go-Ho-M, save, and attempt to take on Shadow Yukiko. Shadow Yukiko is weak to ice attacks, and her Charmant Prince is weak to electric, and with all the leveling up we've done with Jack Frost to get up to the point where he can learn Bufala, we should have a chance at this. Shadow Yukiko can add resistance to her weakness though, and will do a multi-fire attack, so we need to beat her with as little turns as possible and hope that she spends more of her turns spawning in the Charmant Prince. So, let's go for it. So we're going to use Bufala, and
yes.
Jack Frost has Ice Boost, so we're going to use this on Shadow Yukiko and see how much damage this does. Ooh, that does a good amount of damage. 357, so we'll... man, I don't know if it's gonna be more damage if I do all-out attack, or if it's more damage if I use ice attacks. I'll see how much all-out attack does. So it's like 357, yeah, 186, so I should have not used an all-out attack. I should have gone for a one more and used Bufala again, but we'll see where this goes. So anyways, skills. Other than fire, is there any other resistances that we shouldn't use for this fight?
Well, let's see. The only, well, so far weakness is ice, but she can drink from fire, obviously, so do not use that. And do not use light or dark as well.
Okay, light and darkness is pretty straightforward, but anyways, we're just gonna... Oh, no, what? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
What happened? Use a physical attack?
No, I did use a physical attack. I should have used an ice item, and I didn't.
Hold on, right back.
Okay, I'm actually doing a bad job at this.
What? Are you trying to make me mad?
Why is the music turned off? The music is turned off so that way we can hear Egg Paladin better.
Yeah, exactly, because the audio from my side is so shite.
Okay, so we finally got the Charming Prince, so what we're going to do is that we're going to use Bufala on Shadow Yukiko.
Yes.
And actually, no, wait, hold on. Actually, no, we're going to do that. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to use Bufala on Shadow Yukiko. But instead of doing all that attack, we're going to use Bufala again on her. Okay, and that actually did over 400 damage. That's actually really, really good. Okay, and then we're going to use the Ball of Lightning on Charming Prince here.
Yes, Charming Prince. Yeah, actually, its weakness is electricity.
Now's our chance. You could answer.
Yeah, electricity. Yeah, we use the Ball of Lightning on the Charming Prince. We do an all-out attack.
Yes, I know it sounds weird without the music, I know, but hey, come on, guys, you gotta hear my commentary. I gotta help my boy Nitsuo with the skills.
Okay, anyway, so Ball Lightning again on Charming Prince.
Atta girl.
Okay, and then Bufu on Shadow Yukiko, and oh my god, her health is actually getting pretty damn low.
Yeah, it is.
Is this our chance?
Now you can use that, now you can kill that back.
Okay, hopefully this is enough.
Okay.
Okay, so Charming Prince escapes. Okay, so she tries to summon another Charming Prince, but a prince will no longer appear. And yes, we get another turn. So Bufala.
Alright.
We did it! We did it! Yes. We beat it! We beat it, Shadow Yukiko Damageless!
Finally!
With Avenger Knight and Shadow Yukiko beaten Damageless in one try, we finished Yukiko's dungeon with only 3 hits and 6 crashes. Huge shout out to the Egg Paladin for being my navigator for the entire dungeon. His link will be in the description down below. So once Yukiko accepts herself, she awakens to her persona, and now we spend the remaining days left of April to bond with social links and raise our social stats. First, I start the strength social link by joining the basketball team because basketball is superior to soccer. I also get the Sun with Yumi and the Aeon with Marie. I give the kid near the shrine some free drinks and steak for Ladybug so I can feed the hostess fish for the fish hook and some breadcrumbs. I look up the answers online to answer class questions. I read one book so I can increase my knowledge when I'm studying. And on rainy days, we can stock up on Goho-Ems and elemental items from the medicine shop at a 20% discount, which will be incredibly useful. And as I raise my social stats and social links, a foggy day happens and nobody dies as we were able to save Yukiko. Yukiko joins our team while making me crave for spicy noodles at 3 in the morning. We spend most of our time raising social stats through our part-time jobs as they are far more efficient than taking 2 days to read a book. We bond with Yosuke and Chie to get their follow-up ability and additional skills to overwrite the physical skills. We get the Justice social link with Nanako, the Hermit with the Fox, and level 3 knowledge to be more prepared for the exams. And now, the main question is, who do I bond with for a damageless run? Because if I want to make my team over-prepared for the fights to come in the later dungeons, who we bond with will matter a lot in this run. Now, in Persona 3, you pretty much gain no additional benefits from bonding with social links outside of bonus EXP when fusing personas under that Arcana. In Persona 5, you gain useful skills to help you with progression with every single confidant except for the Judgment Arcana, and in Persona 4, it's kind of in between. here's a tier list to get an idea of how the social links are in the game. The Star social link with Teddie and the Fool/Judgment Arcana represented by Igor here is story progressive. Then there's Marie, who is the only optional social link that we have to max out before completing the 7th dungeon, as her social link is required to get the optional dungeon in the 3rd semester. The party members always have a useful skill at every rank that is exclusive to them. There's some useful abilities like the follow-up attacks, the ability to snap allies out of an ailment, and their second awakenings to nullify their resistances and triple the evasion rate to their weaknesses, and at certain ranks, they can gain some useful skills. Needless to say, the more we bond with a party member, the more reliable they'll be in battle. Rise's social link, however, is a little different from the rest since she's the game's navigator, but her passive skills will come in handy in the most dangerous of scenarios, especially in late game. After that, we got the part-time job social links and the school activity social links. The part-time jobs, that being the daycare, tutor, and hospital janitor, will raise one of our social stats and give us money for doing that job. The school clubs can also give us social stats too, but nothing else in return aside from a few advantages from the Strength Arcana that are not going to be necessary for this run. Then, there's Margaret of the Empress social link, who we can max out anytime with no time advancement. However, the Fox of the Hermit, while useful in restoring SP if we pay him up in the TV world, we're gonna make an absolute low priority since there's other methods of SP recovery that don't waste our money. We'll still do the quest if they don't take up a lot of time, but he'll be a low priority. And then, there's 6 social links who provide absolutely no benefits outside of bonus EXP when fusing personas, and being able to fuse their ultimate persona when we max them out. And upon looking them up, I can confirm that we don't really need their ultimate personas to beat this game damageless. Yes, as much it will hurt me to not bond with Nanako, Dojima, or Adachi, we can't let the emotional value of the story get in the way of us doing the damageless run as efficiently as possible. We don't just need our party members maxed out as soon as we can, because there's also other benefits that we need to consider to get the best advantages for combat, including increasing my party's stats at the movie theater once a month, and gaining additional skills through bike rides. Unfortunately, we can't max out all social links while getting all of these opportunities to overpower our party members, and right now, being overly prepared for battles ahead to beat them damageless is the highest priority. So sadly, Nanako, Dojima, Adachi, Saki's brother, the old lady, and the fox will be mostly ignored for the entire run or avoided entirely. However, just a little edit here, one of these low priority social links will be maxed as I realize that one of their alternate personas will be useful in late game, but more on that later. Right now, knowledge, diligence, and courage are our top priority social stats, with understanding being our 4th priority for the tower social link. So hopefully that was all straightforward of how I'm gonna bond with the social links throughout the entire game. Anyway, after our exams, we start our social links with the Young Mother of the Temperess, Yukiko with the Priestess, and Margaret of the Empress. And once we discover that our next target may be this delinquent named Kanji, we try to stop him from being kidnapped, but he's not the type of guy we can talk to without being threatened to fail our run. But just when we thought that Kanji was nothing but a violent delinquent stereotype, we were wrong. He turns out to be a big gay owl stereotype as he appears mostly naked at a bathhouse on the Midnight Channel. Knowing he's gonna die next, we prepare to save Kanji on the 18th. Except we can't. One of the mechanics of this game is that you have to find intel on the next victim in order to pinpoint where they are in the TV world. While it is cool that it adds onto the mystery vibe and being a detective and all, it's honestly annoying when you collect intel, only to have to wait to collect intel the next day just so you can start the dungeon. But once we get the intel we need, we can get our best equipment and get ready to take on Kanji's dungeon. Now, since all party members are unavailable till after we've been in the TV world once, we have to complete all of Kanji's dungeon day 1 on the first possible day. So, here we go. We obtain the 2 items from the Twisted Shopping District to get the best weapon for Yosuke and get an item for one of the quests. We go between Yukiko's castle and Kanji's Steamy Bathhouse for this day as we complete the quest that we got from the real world. Which, yeah, they're entirely optional and not really necessary, but they could help us with the grinding and give us a reason to fight for more than just leveling up. This means, on top of completing quests in Yukiko's castle, I also tried the optional boss fight as well, which usually becomes available after the deadline for each dungeon, except for the last 3. Defeated one can offer you a point in courage, as well as give you a new weapon. So I pretty much grind for the items I need in Yukiko's castle and infiltrate the Steamy Bathhouse as we go after a character voiced by Troy Baker with a 5-iron golf club. And nope!
Okay, Sensei.
Challenge failed.
Kill him.
Challenge failed. We got hit.
Yikes, it's tough.
Damn it!
You okay, Sensei?
The mini-boss of the bathhouse is easy. He takes the first turn, but he focuses on charging turn 1, raising critical on turn 2, and using Tarakaja to buff attack on turn 3. And my party was so strong to the point that I was unable to show him using Tarakaja because we finished him off in 2 turns. Now, I would use the 7th floor to grind on golden hands like I did in Yukiko's castle, except the problem is that they have a 300 health pool and no amount of item throwing is going to get rid of 1 hand in 1 turn. Our magic attacks are going to resist and not do enough damage, and melee attacks is not going to be enough. And if anyone gets hit once, I have to reset because challenge run rules. So unfortunately, I had to miss out on my opportunity to grind on golden hands, which, if you saw the length of my stream when I did Kanji's dungeon, you can tell that I greatly regret. Because if I had been patient enough to grind up to level 35, then I would have been able to fuse a persona with Megiddo. Because other than physical skills, the other best skill to use against golden hands is almighty attacks. I could definitely say that this was one mistake that would have shortened my grinding time, but it is what it is.
We have them off guard.
Okay, so Iron Dice is electric, but let me just make sure. Okay, he's also neutral to electric, so... Actually, let's go with this because this is higher attack power.
Get up, Sensei! Someone help!
I did not pay attention to the wiki, guys! No! Are you shitting me? Yeah, the killer twins repel electric. I should have paid attention. No! No! Ah! Are you shitting me? I was so close to getting up to the next floor. Alright, so we're gonna use, Oh, no, 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 no. Shit, I screwed this up. I screwed this up. I forgot that's what drains, you idiot. Oh! Oh, Yukiko, you're amazing. Awesome. Well, I probably failed this, guys. I apologize. I truly apologize. Oh! We evaded! We evaded that attack! Good. Let's keep going.
It's not going down.
Let's keep going. We evaded that attack.
Someone finish it off.
Persona.
And... we did it! Woo!
Victory!
Oh, we're at 35. We're at 35, guys. And we could fuse this guy. We could fuse this guy and actually grind on golden hands if we want to. This is great. Now, unlike Shadow Yukiko, Shadow Kanji lacks a weakness, and same thing with all the other boss fights that will come after Shadow Kanji. So we can only get 1 Mors off of the Nice Guy with ice attacks and Tough Guy with fire attacks. While Nice Guy focuses on support skills, Tough Guy will do physical attacks against us, but thankfully there's a workaround. We use Mabufala to down Nice Guy and Miragi to down Tough Guy. We can defeat Nice Guy in 1 turn and make Tough Guy skip his turn with Dizzy by hitting him with fire again while he's down. The issue is Shadow Kanji himself, but there's a workable strategy. If we attack him so his health is below 50%, he will use Fanatical Spark, which, needless to say, the chances of everyone evading the attack is a no-go. However, if we get Kanji's health just a slight bit above 50%, he'll either go for Roar of Wrath, which will enrage the female companions, while Forbidden Murmur will poison the male companions. Neither moves cause damage, but not getting rid of Rage will lock us out of using strong magical attacks, and using a party member with Poison will lose 10% of their HP, which counts as damage, so we need to waste either you or Yosuke's turn getting rid of the ailments. Thankfully, we got a soda to cure all ailments, so now it's just defeating Shadow Kanji within the second turn with only 3 party members attacking. No! Why is he using Fanatical Spark? Damn it! This will make Tough Guy dizzy. No, he's going for Fanatical Spark? Is it because we're doing too much damage? Okay, so Roar of Wrath. So because we did less than 50% of damage, then this only enrages the girls. No, this isn't enough damage. No! Oh, what? He goes for Fanatical Spark? What the shit? I guess he's below 50%. Ah! It's the damn Fanatical Spark. So, Megiddo. Awesome! Alright, so there we go. We got Wind Boost finally with Yosuke. This is what we needed. Alright, so we'll get rid of Dia. So Wind Boost will increase his wind damage. You're kidding me! Are you actually kidding me right now? Okay, she does improve her magic, and we finally learned Fire Boost. Yes! This is what we need, guys. This is exactly what we need. So we'll get rid of Recarm. Fire Boost. Oh, and she learns Augie Dyne very soon. Wow, we're almost close to Augie Dyne. No! That's below 50%. Ah! 2 evasions. No, he's using Fanatical Spark! We're so freaking close! Guys, we are so close. You could see it. Oh, no, 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 no! No, no, no! You stupid asshole Yukiko, you freaked it out, but I probably wouldn't have been able to defeat him anyway. I am back, what have I missed? Well, I am doing so many damn attempts at beating this goddamn boss fight, and I'm not getting close. I'm not getting close, guys. I thought the do nothing one was worse. Actually, yeah, the do nothing run is worse. Stop complaining. Can you seek Rakunda in the— Oh! That's a good idea. Why have I not thought of that? Do I have a Rakunda skill card? No, I don't have a Rakunda skill card. That's a great idea, though, but I don't know if I have a card like that. Alright, so here we go. So we're gonna go with the same thing again. So, Mabufala. Good.
Nice.
And then we're gonna throw a firecracker on this guy. Tough guy. Good.
Nice.
Now let me check my personas. Does anybody have, let's see. Yes, okay, Pixie has Rakunda. Good. Let's switch to her. Yes, this might be our option. So it decreases enemies' defense. So let's do that. We're gonna use this on Shadow Kanji. Defense down. Okay, then we're gonna use a multi-Magaru attack. This might actually win us the fight. Thank you for the person who suggested that. I think you might have saved this run. Thank you so much, Spanish. I think you saved our run. Forbidding Murmur, so everyone's gonna get poisoned. Or the boys are gonna get poisoned. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna use the soda, and then we just attack Kanji with everything we got. Now that his defense is decreased, we might actually win the fight because of this. As long as the attack hits, then we might win this. We did it! Woo! Yes! After a lengthy grind that could have been avoided and a reminder that debuffs exist, I beat Shadow Kanji without taking damage, and Kanji accepts himself and awakens to his persona. So now, it's just bonding with social links and increasing our social stats till the next dungeon, with party member social links being top priority. We unlock the ability to grow vegetables beside the house. However, the only vegetables we can plant right now are SP Recovery tomatoes and an alternate Goho-M vegetable, so there's really nothing useful to plant at the moment. We start the Devil social link with the nurse at the hospital. We get rank 4 with Margaret after fusing a persona with the only useful physical skill of the entire run, and we're unable to complete rank 5 till after we've unlocked the advanced fusions on July 20th. We stock up on items on a rainy day and thwart the killer once more. The next day, we max out our social link with Chie, allowing her to change her resistance to ice to null ice and gain triple the evasion to fire. On June 8th, we check the medicine store on a rainy day as we now have access to multi-attack items, so we stock up on those as being able to hit all enemies at once will prove useful in the next dungeon and allow ourselves to conserve our SP further. On June 9th, we gain our scooter license as we can now ride our bike around the neighborhood. This is incredibly useful as we can gain courage for riding it 2 times, and after the 3rd time riding around the neighborhood, we gain access to Okina City. Okina City is useful as we can do quests here, gain skill cards through special means at Chagall Cafe, but the most useful benefit is the movie theater. The movie theater will have a new movie playing every month, and you can invite your party members here once a month. By taking them to see a movie, you can level them up by 1 level or 2 levels if they were highly anticipating that movie, but leveling them up is something we can do in the TV world. The real reason we want to bring our party members here every month is because they will gain 3 additional stats for every movie they watch. This is kind of like the Jasmine drinks from Persona 5 Royal, only less beneficial. But gaining additional stats could make the later dungeons possible if we push our party members a few stats ahead of what's expected at level 99. The only party members we won't take to the theater is Rise, since additional stats are useless for her, and Kanji, who will be our least efficient party member. Speaking of Kanji, while he is a useful party member if you heavily rely on physical attack skills, that's also going to be a problem for us for this run. Kanji, similar to Chie, is mostly a physical attack-based member. Kanji may inherit electric skills, but he is the lowest magic user of the whole group, only gaining as high as 35 magic points by the time he reaches level 99. Because of that, he's going to be the least reliable party member in this run that we're going to pretty much ignore for the movie theater trips or bike trips, as there's nothing that makes him stand out as being a useful party member in the Damageless run. Yes, he is a great party member with physical skills, but physical skills cost hit points, which is a no-go. We'll still bond with Kanji and do a social link, but as far as party members go, he'll be the lowest priority party member social link of the entire run. Soon, we gain at least 1 weapon for Yukiko from the pub at night, and later find out that the next victim is a teenage celebrity named Rise, so we gotta save her. We get rank 1 with Teddie of the Star Arcana, though this one is entirely story progressive, so any rank ups is barely in our control. Yeah, okay. So after a bit of preparation, we can start saving Rise as early as June 25th, and just like last time, we go between the Steamy Bathhouse to complete the optional quests and fight the optional boss fight for the courage increase, while also going through the Striptease to save Rise. And yeah, just to fit the theme and make Rise feel just as exposed, we're gonna go in with as much skin as possible wearing only swim trunks and bikinis. Now truthfully, this was the hardest part of the run to script for this video because this part of the game took the longest to accomplish, being divided into 3 separate streaming days. There's a lot to cover, so bear with me. Okay, I'll stop with the bear puns. Okay, they're just using Tentarufu, so that's not so bad. And as long as the main character is not getting affected, then that's good, because we can just finish them off with Megiddo.
No one stands in Sensei's way.
No! No! Now, our main focus is to level up a few personas as we grind, including Clotho, who I accidentally got in an accidental fusion, but she is great for this run because she is the earliest persona to learn Makara, a skill that can put up a magical reflective barrier to one ally. This will be important for the fight against Shadow Rise, and once we reach floor 7 of the Striptease, we fuse Rangda, the earliest persona who can naturally repel physical attacks and can also learn repel physical as a skill we can transfer to other personas. Being able to have a repel physical skill this early in the game is definitely going to be a huge advantage for this run. Okay, large basalt, resist physical, but I can get a critical on it, good. Oh yes, thank you guys.
That's it, Yosuke.
Can I get one more critical please? Soon, on floor 7, we fight the mid-boss, Armor Snake. Its main weakness is fire, so I use a firecracker and an all-out attack with Chie and Yosuke, and I use Augidine twice with you and manage to defeat the horny heterosexual snake without using Yukiko. Then, we go after the homophobic police officer at the end of the Steamy Bathhouse. I decided to grind a little bit with Kanji since the optional boss is weak to electric attacks. Okay, so there we go. We got a good advantage. So let's see. Our strongest attack seems to be a singular Zyoga. So let's do that.
It's down.
Let's go. Wait, what? Okay. Persona.
That was a good one, Sensei.
Shoot, it doesn't look like we have enough attack power, guys. I don't think this is going to be possible. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to have enough. Ooh! Okay, we dodged the attack, so let's keep going.
Smart move, Sensei.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to need to get some more... Yeah, I don't think we're going to make this.
Back up! Hurry and beat it. Kanji's
Nope.
down. This is bad. Kanji's out cold.
Since our protest didn't go so well, we went after Shadow Rise.
Have I gotten a little stronger?
Yes, you have, and you learned a useless skill. Yeah, I know, it's ironic that we're getting rid of all the healing skills. Even Samarikarm is going to be useless for this run. Any healing skills is pretty much useless. It doesn't break the rules if we use it, but healing is worthless if the whole point of the run is to not take damage. However, instead of going in with a full party, we go into the boss fight with you only. Unlike the previous boss battles and the next 3 to come, we have 2 different boss battles to worry about as both Rise and Teddie awaken to the personas in this dungeon. 2 different fights means 2 different strategies, and there's no way we can change up our strategy in between. With Shadow Rise, she is apparently able to use all 4 elemental attacks, singular and multi-hits, along with a multi-hit physical attack and elemental break skills. Pretty much impossible if we were to attempt this with a full party. But thankfully, we can always repel physical with Rangda and use Makara to repel all magical attacks. Although I started to run out of SP, so I had to use my only magic mirror I had on me. Thankfully, as I recover my SP, she starts going for Mind Slice at a certain percentage of her health. Once she reaches past halfway on her health, she will use Supreme Insight, which means we cannot attack her and have to survive 3 multi-elemental attacks in a row before we get scripted out of the fight, having Teddie take the damage for us. Thankfully it's a cutscene, so Teddie becoming flat does not ruin the run. So yes, we can make it through the entirety of Shadow Risei's fight with just you only and without taking damage by using Makar card and Repel Physical. However, this strategy completely changes once we face up against Teddie. Now what sucks about Shadow Teddie is that you're stuck with whoever you have in your party from the Shadow Risei fight, so we're stuck with you only. Thankfully our SP gets fully restored here, and we have a new persona to help us through this fight. Skadi. Skadi has the Repel Physical skill and can drain ice attacks. Shadow Teddie has multiple skills on him, but the offensive ones are Physical, Ice, and 2 exclusive Almighty attacks. He will drain ice attacks, so attacking him with ice or repelling ice back at him only increases his health. So you want to be able to repel the physical damage while nullifying or draining the ice attacks. Null or Drain are practically the same thing in this run, but do note that the game will consider Drain a superior affinity over Repel. The first quarter of this fight goes well, but then he will go into an Ultra Charge. He will charge up an Almighty attack for 2 turns, and there's 2 options. Either do a severe amount of damage to knock him down for an all-out attack, or guard on the second turn. While guarded prevents you from evading, Nihil Hand can be nulled when guarding, but once we get Shadow Teddie halfway down on his health, we got bad news. His other almighty move is called Nullity Guidance, and sadly we take our 4th hit of the dungeon here. Nullity Guidance will always trigger once Teddie is halfway down on his health, and almighty attacks cannot be nulled or repelled. They can, however, be evaded, with a few exceptions. So after that fail, I do some persona fusions in the hope to get a better persona than Skadi, and I coincidentally happen to fuse a persona that nulls ice and wind and repels physical. The reason why this fusion is great is because the intolerant officer at the end of the Steamy Bathhouse only attacks with physical, ice, and wind, so we go in with you only. Okay, and this guy doesn't really do any counterattacks, and we're good for physical, right? Let's see, good for physical? Yeah. Okay, we can just rush this, guys. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, keep dying. And we did it! After an easy and satisfying defeat for Gay Rights, I challenged Shadow Risei and Teddie again. Got through Shadow Risei the same as before, but I used Shikioji to repel physical and null ice, and so, with better magical attacks and evasion rates, we attack Shadow Teddie just before he reaches 50% of HP, and we increase our evasion rate. So this raises the party's evasion and hit rate. I think there's also a second skill, or a second item that we can use for this. Yeah, Supersonic. So Supersonic can also increase our evasion and hit rate. So we're going to use this. Are you shitting me? Teddie, out of all times to use the Degaja move, you had to do it now? Okay, Olympic Tape it is. And out of all times to go silent is now. Are you serious? Okay, mouthwash. Where's the damn mouthwash? Okay, so we have our accuracy and evasion rate up, so let's do Maragidan again. Okay, can we dodge this? No! Oh! And yeah, that includes 1 out of 3 streaming days, all because of the Striptease boss fights. And after doing further research and watching playthroughs of this boss fight online, both in Let's Plays and very hard difficulty runs and speed runs, I have never seen a single moment where Nullity Guidance can be dodgeable, and nobody in the chat who has played this game ever recalls dodging Nullity Guidance. So even if we can repel physical attacks, null ice, and guard through Nihil Hand, and hope not to get the Ice Break on us, which, yes, is a move that Shadow Teddie has. We need to somehow beat half of Shadow Teddie's health before he goes for Nullity Guidance, because as far as I'm aware, this attack will 100% hit you. There is no way you can get through this fight by himself, even with the strongest attacks in the game. So the solution is to bring a couple party members, if not a full party, with us into battle. However, in order to get here with a full party, we would have had to have somehow got past the Shadow Rise fight without taking damage, and since she will always go for 3 multi-elemental attacks after Supreme Insight with any random elemental attack, any strategy to get past both fights without getting hit is practically near impossible, unless we put up a magical barrier on all party members during the Shadow Rise fight and do enough damage on Shadow Teddie before he can use Nullity Guidance. Problem is, Yu is the only character who can use Makara at this point of the game, with Naoto being the only other party member who can learn Makara, and while Chie nulls Ice since we maxed out our social link, that's not going to help us much if we don't have the other 3 affinities protected. Thankfully, there is an alternative way to put up magical barriers other than Makara by using magic mirrors. Magic mirrors are very rare items to get, so we need to find the best floor to spawn them within Yukiko's castle.
Chie-chan, that's one.
Okay, let's just continuously guard and hopefully it spawns in Avenger Knight. And of course we have to reset because of 1 point of damage, guys. Wow. Now, other than getting magical mirrors, we also need to consider the fact that we need to output the best damage potential possible against Shadow Teddie to bypass Nullity Guidance. Sadly, using Almighty moves is a bad idea because apparently, according to the wiki at least, we can only do 75% the amount of Almighty damage, and the only way to increase Almighty damage is through Tawarkaja and Mind Charge. However, if we were to use any elemental attack that is not Ice, we could use a heavy amount of damage while adding on Auto Tawarkaja, Mind Charge, along with Boost and Amp. Unlike the counter and affinity skills, Boost and Amp does stack, giving an extra 75% damage on top of Tawarkaja and Mind Charge. Using these 4 skills on top of the best damage dealing spell, we could output a ton of damage. And while Chie is kind of useless for outputting magic since she's an ice user, and Kanji is the weakest magic user of the team, we need to somehow get Yosuke and Yukiko into the Shadow Teddie fight since they can learn their heavy elemental attack along with Boost and Amp. This means we will need to grind till Yosuke and Yukiko have all of their skills, as their elemental Amp ability is their final skill. Doing the math, Teddie has 50,000 HP, and if we want to bypass Nullity Guidance, we need to somehow get like 2,600 damage in 1 turn if possible. And while this only requires us grinding with Yosuke and Yukiko, the question comes down to what persona we equip for you to get the best damage potential possible. Well, even though Yosuke and Yukiko are stuck with heavy attacks, you, on the other hand, can fuse personas with severe elemental damage. The problem, though, is that there's only 4 of them, and they are exclusive to 1 persona and cannot be transferred over during fusion. So we need to fuse one of these 4 personas, minus the ice one, to get the best damage potential possible. Ultimately, I decided to go with Cert. Cert learns Ragnarok, which does severe fire damage, and by leveling up Jack Frost to learn Mind Charge, we can fuse Jack Frost with Rangda and Jin in a triangle fusion to fuse Cert. The only thing is, we need to be level 69 to fuse Cert.
69!
So now, it's just a grinding session to get Cert and level up Yosuke and Yukiko, and by going in with 1 less party member, we slightly increase the EXP gain, as the less party members you have, the more experience points you gain. Okay, can we silence the foes? Okay, we silenced 2 foes, so now we can focus on getting rid of 1. Alright. Ah! Are you shitting me? That Shadow learns counter? Or does it repel? Oh, it repels physical. Okay. The only way this will be all for nothing is if I get an insta-death out of nowhere. But hopefully I get to the 7th floor before that happens. You sense an intensely terrifying presence. Open this box. Nope. So if we open this treasure, we will fight the Reaper. We do not want to fight the Reaper. I don't know if the Reaper will be useful at all in this run. No!
A rare monster.
Are you shitting me? I spoke fucking too soon! Ah! No! Holy shit, no! All that grinding for nothing! So once we get to level 69, we fuse Cert with Auto Tarakaja, Fire Boost, Repel Physical, Mind Charge, and Makarakarn. We forget Deathbound for Miragidyne, and despite being 7 ranks with the Magician, we are 1 level under just getting Ragnarok. After we get Ragnarok, Cert will learn Fire Amp and Null Ice. Once we get these skills, we're gonna be very prepared to take on the next boss fights to come in this game. We can only hope that we can do it all without taking damage. So now, in order to level up faster, we use RNG manipulation to spawn in Golden Hands. To do that, we go Hoem on the 7th floor of the Striptease, save and close down the game, wait for this big star on the right side of the title screen to just hit the bottom of the screen, enter into the dungeon, and go clockwise around to where the Golden Hands will always spawn. Now since I don't have an Almighty equipped onto Cert, we need to rely on physical attacks only. Thankfully, even though this Golden Hand can attack, it will always use Old One to invigorate. Thankfully, this ailment is a no big deal as we can just melee these hands to death. Doing this, we can level up faster than just grinding on common enemies. Go Hoem when we're done, save and close down the game, and repeat. Although I do get impatient with leveling up and try fighting Shadow Rise with more than one party member way too soon. Oh no. Nope. We just gotta hope that she dodges the physical because we do have that increased chance of doing it. No! Yukiko, you have a frisbee that allows you to evade physical! Use it, you goddamn... Ah. Okay, now this is the moment where we're going to Mind Charge. We're going to Mind Charge at this moment. Okay, and then Ragnarok.
What? How can you summon such strength for such a futile endeavor?
Oh, what? We don't get an additional attack? Oh, we dodged that. Nice. We actually dodged that attack somehow. I have no idea how, but we dodged it.
Why do you still...
And Nullity Guidance. Okay. I see how it is. We gotta somehow be able to get through this with a full party. This is definitely made more possible now that we have Ragnarok and Mind Charge. But the only way this is going to be possible is if we level up Yukiko more. And also get Magic Mirrors. The Magic Mirrors is what's going to help us, but everything relies on RNG, that's the problem. Oh, good, he dodges. Okay, so sweet, we can actually get past this fight with 2 party members. No! So from here, that's what we need to do. Find some magic mirrors to get past Shadow Rise while getting the best damage potential for Shadow Teddie. So I grind more while finding out that I can get magic mirrors on the 7th floor of Yukiko's castle. It's incredibly rare, but it's the safest method of grinding for the magic mirrors we need. So I grind till Cert learns Null Ice while also getting the amp abilities for both Yosuke and Yukiko. Now in total, I could only get about 3 magic mirrors due to how rare they spawn. but with the best damage potential possible, we go in and see if we can end this super long 3-day stream once and for all. Now, I don't know why, but I went into the fight with Chie instead of Yosuke, which ended up with Yukiko ironically getting burned. So this time I went in with Cert, Yosuke, and Yukiko. But will 3 magic mirrors and 3 party members be enough? Let's find out. Yosuke has a higher evasion rate at the moment, so we'll Makarkar and Yukiko. We'll increase our evasion rate with everyone. Nice. Okay, Agidine. Okay, so yeah, she uses Fire Break. Alright, so we'll Makarakarn Yosuke now. No, we're gonna Garadine this. Try to get her down to her other stage. Hopefully that's enough damage for the Supreme Insight. Yes, it is. Good. So now we just need to focus on using Makarakarn or using the Mirror Shields. Already in effect, so I just need to put Makarakarn on you, and this will actually save us a Mirror Shield. Alright. So yeah, she's gonna go with multi-attacks. So that's important to know. So we'll Makarakarn with you and use Mirror Shields with everyone else. So we're gonna protect Yukiko. It's Frizzerality Rip, but it's female. You definitely been watching too much Hazbin Hotel, buddy. Great show, for sure. Okay, Magic Wall. And now I just need to put up a Magic Wall on you. Where is it? Here it is. Actually, I just realized I literally only have 2 left. I should probably save those 2. Hopefully she goes for something other than electric. Okay, thank goodness, because you nullifies that. Good. Alright. So Makarakarn on Yosuke. And then we'll just use the Mirror Shield on everyone else. And that should use up all the Mirror Shields we got. Yeah, I don't see the resemblance. Yeah. I know Zach, he's pretty much a big Hazbin Hotel hell of a boss fan. Okay, so this is the strategy. We get Teddie down to the point where he charges up his attack. So we get Teddie down to a point where he charges up his attack. And when he does that, we use... Why did we miss? Why the F and F did we miss? You gotta be shitting me. Of course he's gonna go with Mind Charge, and I can't dodge that attack. Shit. Okay, Yosuke, increase our evasion rate, buddy. Christ, I have no more magic mirrors. Well, let's see. Okay, good. Yes, this is what I wanted. So he doesn't use Mabufala, so this is good. This is exactly what we want. So we're going to Mind Charge with you. I think we just need to attack. Just attack normally. Yeah, we can't really buff anything, so we're just going to attack normally with these 2. As he's charging up. And now we're going to Ragnarok the hell out of him. Alright, awesome. So this downs Teddie. We do not get the one more, so we need to do the all-out attack. We do not get a one more out of that, so we have to do the all-out attack. And now we just attack him with every strong move we got.
It's over.
Now hopefully he goes for something like Mind Charge or something, which he doesn't. Oh! Yes! Okay! Keep going. Holy shit! Guys, we might do this. No freaking way! Yes! Yes! We did it! We got through both Shadow Racing and Shadow Teddie Damageless! Holy shit! Woo! We did it! Oh my god! Wow! I'm probably the first goddamn person to ever do something like this. I gotta say, this moment was definitely one of the major highlights of the run and a good demonstration of what you need to consider for a damageless run. The fact we managed to get past 2 different boss fights with different strategies in one go without getting hit was amazing, and I still can't believe I pulled it off. But we did so on the very first day the dungeon was available, and now we have Teddie as a new party member while Rise replaces Teddie in place as our navigator. With Rise on our side, we're gonna break the game in so many different ways to make the remaining dungeons we have left possible. And this is where the first part of the Damageless run is going to end. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and ding the bell for more Nitsa Gamer content. And special thanks to all Patreon backers, including Supersonic 1014, Darkwing Spartan, Supersonics 58, and GameChamp does not recommend playing Pokemon without getting hit. If you do, you'll be like Marowak. Be sure to stay tuned for part 2, or check out part 2 if it's already out, and we'll see if the remaining dungeons of the game is possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in part 2. Let's find out the truth and see if Persona 4 Golden is possible to beat without taking a single band-aid from the box.